fellow collectors, and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are taking a look at the retro-carded Spider-Man the Animated Series Venom figure from the Marvel Legends line from Hasbro. So this was a PulseCon 2021 exclusive. It is now sold out on their website. Hopefully they'll get some more in if you're still looking for one. But basically it's just a new Venom figure designed very much in the style of how Venom looked on the 90s cartoon show. And if you're a kid from the 80s and 90s like me, that was a big deal to you back in the day. I watched that cartoon all the time. I still go back and watch it sometime. It's on Disney Plus if you're looking for it. So great show. Definitely recommend checking it out. The X-Men animated series from the 90s is on there as well. And they've started making figures for that as well. So I couldn't be more excited. All the 90s shows that I loved as a kid are getting these fantastic figure representations. I just love it. But I had to start here with the outer packaging. Really looks fantastic. I just love the design of this. It is exactly what he looked like in the cartoon back in the day. It's got that kind of blue and red shading. The crazy mouth with the tongue hanging out just looks absolutely fantastic. If we look over here on the side, you get the Venom logo from the comics back in the 90s. And then you have this awesome picture on the back here of Venom kind of lunging forward. Done very much in the style of what he looked like in the cartoon. But I also feel like maybe this is a subtle nod to the Lethal Protector series of comics back in the day when Venom first got his own book, because this looks very much like one of the covers, I think it's the second cover where he's kind of lunging forward. So I'm wondering if they're trying to reference that with the pose, but obviously it's the Venom from the 90s. Just speculation, but either way, looks really cool. I love the packaging here. Again, you have the Venom on this side. Nothing on the top. Well, the bottom just has the warnings and whatnot. But if we go ahead and open this up, it's just a cardboard box. So we will pop this out so you can check out the figure in all its glory. They did such a good job. Let me put this box off to the side here. So you have that same kind of lunging pose. And maybe it is just a reference to the original packaging. But either way, it looks really cool. The figure looks amazing. You have the retro Toy Biz Spider-Man packaging from those figures back in the 90s. Very cool. Very faithfully recreated. And if we spin around to the back, it shows you how you can switch out the heads. Very much, again, in the style of the old packaging. And then you get kind of a little short bio for Venom down here. So I absolutely love this. I could not be more excited. Let's go ahead. Let's free him from this plastic prison, and let's take a closer look. So here is Venom out of the packaging. He looks absolutely fantastic. They crushed it on this one. He looks like he leapt right out of the screen, right from that cartoon I remember as a kid. I love the crazy blue and red shading. I remember as a kid, I never really understood why he was kind of half and half, but it works, and it looks really good in 3D form. I really like it quite a bit. The head sculpt looks fantastic. He's got that crazy tongue hanging out of his mouth, but if you prefer no tongue, that is an option. They did include a second head sculpt that has the tongue kind of tucked back inside the mouth there. But I gotta be honest, I feel like with Venom, you always gotta have the crazy tongue hanging out of his mouth. It's like his signature move. But yeah, that head looks fantastic. You can see it's on a ball joint. So you have a hinge as well as a ball joint. So you can really look up pretty far, or as I just popped the head off. But that's okay, it pops right back on. You can hear a nice snap there. So anyway, you have a nice range of motion there. You can look pretty far up with that hinge. You can look down. Of course, the ball joint gives you a nice range of motion side to side. You have crazy butterfly joints. Really nice range of motion here with the butterfly joints. You have the hinge in the shoulder. You have the rotation there. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. You can see there's this kind of molded in vein detail to the forearm, which looks fantastic. He's got these claw-like hands, which I really like. They do also include a closed fist set. So if you want him to have two closed fists, you can do that as well. But again, I like the crazy claw-like hands. I also think that's part of Venom's signature look, so I'm definitely going to be keeping those on. You have the hinge and the rotation in the hands. You have the ab crunch. And all these joints are really nice and fluid. You have a waist swivel there. You can kick forward in the hip. Kick out to the side. About that far. He does kind of have a butt flap, so you're not going to be kicking too far back. But he's got a thigh swivel there, double jointed knees, again, all really nice and fluid. And then he's got the hinge and the ball joint in the ankle. So he just looks incredible. Honestly, I can't get over how good he looks. All the proportions are just perfect. And like I said, I love the crazy claw hands. I love the head sculpt with that tongue hanging out of his mouth. He just looks really good. They even have the white spider on the back and continuing around. You can see the paint goes all the way around. It looks even better on the front. I do think it's a little smushed, but I think that was a necessity because of the butterfly joints, so I get it. But it looks perfect on the front. Just all in all, this is a really great figure, and I'm really happy I was able to grab one from PulseCon. It just looks fantastic. I really just can't get over it. I just keep staring at it. How good it looks. Like, the proportions, everything just looks so good. He's very hulking, very menacing. The crazy blue and red shading just really just blows me away with how much they nailed it. And again, the head sculpt with the crazy tongue hanging out. I just love it. I really do. This is definitely one of my favorite figures of the year so far. Like I said, I really hope that everyone who wanted one was able to get one. And if not, I hope they put them back in stock. Because I feel like anyone who loves Spider-Man, loves Venom, or just grew up with that cartoon in the 90s like I did in general, just absolutely needs to have this figure. He looks absolutely fantastic. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. And as always, thanks so much for watching.